Welcome, ladies and gents, to learning how to put your picture into Desmos. Okay, so what I have here is I have downloaded my picture from the app Motion Shot. So Motion Shot does this cool thing where you can take the amount of times that the balls went over and then you save it onto your phone or your app or whatever you have it. Okay, so what I went ahead and did is I saved it to my phone and then I sent it to my email. Once I have it in my email, I download it onto my computer, and I just can get it from download. So I've got this lovely picture here, so I don't need that right now. So what I need to do is I need to go into desmos.com. Let's see what it's going to look like. So then you can click Start Graphic. Once you get here, you need to decide which way your launch is going to go. If you want the launch to end up at 0, 0. So this is technically you're going to use quadrant 1 of your graph is really what you want to be in. And then you're going to go up to the left up here and you're going to click add an item. You are going to add an image. All right. My image, oh, look at that. It's already in downloads for me. You might have to search for it. So if you search in downloads, you should be able to find your image. And I've got this lovely picture. So once I click on it, if I click on that middle circle, I can move it around to wherever I want. You can make it larger, smaller, do whatever you want with it. I'm just going to leave it as the size that it is right now. Now, what I want to do is I want my parabola to be able to end up at 0, 0. So you are going to try to line up where you think if it starts launching, oh wait, I need to go down. If it starts launching, so I've got Jack right here, he started launching at 0. We want it to start at the bottom, so we want that to be right at the base. Maybe, and we can move it later if we need to. Okay. So then what I need to do is click on the next line. And you're going to type in y equals x, and then to get the squared, it's this keyboard at the bottom, x squared. Okay. And oh, I forget, it's going down. It's going to be a frown, so it's going to go negative x squared plus something x. Okay. So this is where your numbers are going to come in. Right now, my parabola does not do a very good job of showing what I have here, right? So I've got it starting at 0. I don't want to put a number at the end because what's going to happen is that's going to move it up on. So if I plug in 3, see how it moves it up to the y-axis? I don't want that number there. So this is just going to have an x squared and an x with it. And then I need to start plugging in numbers. Now I have a short launch here. It's not very tall. So I'm going to start doing fractions. So let's do 1/4. Okay, not quite big enough. Let's do 1/5, 1/6. And you're just going to start playing with numbers. Ooh, 1/7 might be perfect. Okay. And now I need to just move this down a little bit. So how we're going to do that is we're going to start by putting numbers in here. If I plug in just 1, that's what we have currently. What if I plug in 2? That's way too big. So I've got to go below 1. So let's do 0.5. Not big enough. 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9. Maybe it's 8.5. So you see how I'm trying to line up the little balls that I have on here. It's got to go a little bit bigger. Gosh dang it, it's got to be 9. No, 9.5. 9.7, 9.8. But I want it to be shorter. Maybe I can change this up here, 1/8. And let's change this to 8. Oh, that's close. Okay. And what you can do is if it's not working out perfectly, you can always manipulate your picture as well. So if you need to shrink it down a little bit, what you can do is you can move things around and shrink it down. Now that's actually getting pretty close there. What I want to see is the fact that it's going to line up perfect. Make it a little bit bigger. Move this up a little bit. I want those 4 points or however many points you have to line up on your parabola. And you just have to keep messing. Ooh, that's pretty good. You're just going to have to keep messing with it until you get it to that point. Now, in order to turn it in, So there's a couple of things you can do. Over here on the side, you can, I can't make that any bigger. Over here on the side, one of the things that you can see is there should be a send button. You could share your graph. What I think is going to be easier is you're going to go down to the bottom and you're going to click on your little window. You're going to do a snip sketch, a new. And here's what I want. I want the equation and your graph included. Okay, so I need all of that included. Once you could done that, you can then save it. And save it whatever you want. Little's launch. Okay, and I'm going to save it down to my desktop then, so I know that exactly where it's at. Once you've done that, you can go to Google Classroom and upload it into there.